Okay, the purpose of this comparison is not to bash one brand or another, although that's always kind of fun, so no, it is not that. The thing is that the prices are slowly but surely been creeping down on both of these watches, and I've been asked a number of times which one represents a better value for money. So the main reason behind this video is to help you to make an educated and informed decision if you are considering one of these GMTs. So which one is the best bang for your buck? Well, we've got both of them here. Let's find out. Hello and welcome back. Okay, I think it's important to highlight that the comparison between these two timepieces need to look a bit deeper than just what materials were used and the level of brushing consistency on the metal surfaces. This part is actually easy and can be done in about 2 minutes or even less, because both watches use premium materials and components like Seiko NH34 movement, sapphire crystal, ceramic bezels and full stainless steel construction, of course. And while San Martin case finishing is almost impeccable, Pagani design, in particular in case finishing area, isn't that far off either. So this doesn't paint the whole picture and we need to look a bit further. First, what is the price difference? Then, of course, the design or lack of one, and are there any specific aspects of these watches that really stand out, and how, of course, both of them are on the wrists. Also, I'm not going to go into full details of individual models here because I've already done reviews for each of these watches, and I will leave links to those reviews and to AliExpress listings where you can buy them if you so desire in the description of this video. So, in regards to price, both watches started kind of high. However, prices on both did come down in the recent weeks. So we have San Martin, which was priced at about $315 out of the gate and now can be found closer to $230-ish or even a smidge under it. Now, Pagani design surprised many, including myself, when they came up with a starting price of $200 for this watch. Now, a few weeks later, we're starting to see listings of about $170-ish, which is of course better, however, still not convincing for everyone. So the bottom line here is that Pagani design is $60 cheaper, and therefore this round goes to Pagani design. Well, I never said I'm not going to run the score, and Pagani design, surprisingly, is in the lead. Okay, before we talk about the design, original or not, we need to note that at the time of making this video, no other brand on AliExpress offer this type of homage. And I think this is at least one of the reasons, or possibly the main reason, why Pagani design is reluctant to reduce their price. So it will be interesting to see if they will adjust the price once the brands come out with the similar homages. So both watches are strongly inspired, should we say, by popular models from the same luxury brand. Arguably, Pagani design is inspired somewhat more than San Martin. However, even though San Martin changed handset and some of their markers, I'm still not going to put it in the original category. Now, one thing I will point out though, while the designs are not super original, both brands did do a slight variation on the overall sizes of these timepieces, and to be perfectly honest, I prefer these proportions to the ones from Longines, which says to me that when it comes to proportions, it looks like Pagani design and San Martin are more in tune with the market than a big Swiss brand. So some food for thought there, I guess. And here are the dimensions of both watches. They're actually quite similar and the proportions are very versatile, and there is nothing in particular that stands out. However, if you want more in-depth examinations of materials and dimensions, then of course do check my individual reviews of these watches. So when it comes to materials, designs and dimensions, I think it's a draw. This one was a bit of a surprise for me. I thought once I put these two watches side by side, the shortcomings of Pagani design case finishing will be obvious. Well, not quite. As a matter of fact, satin brushing on the flanks of these two watches are very similar, as well as the high polish chamfers that run along the sides of both cases. However, when we look at the top of the lugs, we can clearly see that San Martin brushing is definitely more refined, although we can still argue the case that more coarser brushing on Pagani design is to go with the vintage look and feel of this watch. Now, when it comes to build quality, again, I was taken by surprise here, with Pagani Design delivering a very solid package here. The side screw-down crown is well sculpted and smooth in operation, there are no sharp corners, and I also like the exhibition caseback. And both watches have declared 200 meters of water resistance, which of course is very good. Okay, San Martin's case is very hard to fold, and as we're so used to, we have a very good build quality and finishing here. However, because Pagani Design case is so good, I am again, although this time slightly adjusted for the price difference, I am inclined to give this round a draw as well, which means Pagani Design is still in the lead. Okay, looking at San Martin's bezel, and I need to admit that San Martin did a great job here. I really like the tool-like well-machined bezel grip, the resistance is good and the bezel action is excellent. Now, looking at Pagani Design bezel, and this is where things get somewhat controversial, because normally Pagani Design will have nothing special to offer when it comes to bezel build quality and in particular to bezel action, especially against such a bezel champions like San Martin. However, the bezel on this Pagani Design is really good. The ceramic insert is well crafted, it is also fully loomed, unlike the bezel on San Martin, and the bezel action is crisp, with pretty much no backplate to speak of. Don't get me wrong, I really like the bezel on San Martin, but Pagani Design delivered an excellent bezel here too. Okay, it is 120 click unidirectional bezel, and I know that we should expect a bidirectional bezel here. However, like I mentioned in my other videos, I don't see this as a functional impediment. Even further, a 120 click bezel allows me to track time zones with half-hour increments. For example, I work with a number of remote teams in region in India, which has 7.5 hours difference to the UK, and this bezel on Pagani Design allows me easily to track it. Like I said, this might be a bit controversial, but for me, it is another draw. Okay, now this little encounter is getting real. To Pagani Design credit, I must say that the dial execution is top-notch. Excellent attention to detail, very good quality control, and legibility is excellent too. However, San Martin delivers outstanding quality of execution here as well. San Martin also included date functionality, which I personally appreciate, while Pagani Design left the date window out. Okay, I already can hear the no-date dial purists typing away in the comments how beautiful the dial looks without date window. Well, sorry, not to me. And then San Martin delivers a final knockout punch in this round, the lume. Pagani Design did put some lume on the dial and even on the bezel, but it is just outclassed by San Martin's generously and consistently applied BGW Superluminova. So, this round goes to San Martin. Okay, both watches feature double dome sapphire crystals with anti-reflective coating, and San Martin crystal is really good. It is clear and it deals with reflections really well, providing an excellent legibility. However, we have another surprise here from Pagani Design. Pagani Design sapphire crystal clarity and anti-reflective property is excellent. And now, putting it right next to the San Martin's quality crystal, we can see that Pagani Design crystal stands up to competition really well. So well that, if I have to be brutally honest here, I think it is just ever so slightly, just a tiny smidge, but still better than San Martin's excellent sapphire here. And so, this round goes to Pagani Design, putting Pagani Design back in the lead again. Okay, this is when the chickens come home to roost, so to speak. Okay, in Pagani Design defense, I must say that the concept was okay. We still get inverted end links, allowing for comfortable wrist fit. The links and the end links are solid stainless steel, and even the finishing on my particular example here is okay, although I've seen some reviews where the finishing wasn't at its best. However, the overall bracelet execution is, how can I put it politely, poor. The integration with the case is clumsy, the finishing is very average, we get pins connecting the links, which Pagani Design seldom uses even on watches under $50, let alone 200. And then, as an insult to the injury, we get this pressed clasp. So yes, I must say San Martin absolutely outclassed Pagani Design when it comes to bracelet and clasp. let's take a moment to marvel at this outstanding example of San Martin's craftsmanship. The case integration is almost seamless, the finishing is excellent, we have screws connecting the links, and we get San Martin's proprietary superb fully milled clasp with on-the-fly adjustment. So, in my personal humble opinion, each of those parts deserve at least a point. Actually, the clasp on San Martin is so much better that, after long consultation with honorable member of the jury, that is me, I decided to award 2 points for the clasp. Pagani Design 5, San Martin 7. Of course, we always need to look at the products through the lens of the price and uniqueness. I think both watches represent an excellent value, and while Pagani Design came out with a lower score of 5 against 7 on the paper, I think being the only brand that homages Spirit Zulu GMT would allow them to stick to the higher price tag for a little bit longer, although we could actually say exactly the same about this San Martin here too. What are your thoughts? Well, do let us know in the comments. However, if you want to take a break from AliExpress homages and explore budget Swiss-made timepieces, I will leave a link to my playlist over here and to some other really cool watches over there. And if you find this video helpful, well, I'm sure you know what to do. Give us a like, and of course, do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.